Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As we enter the blessed days of Dhul Hijjah, millions of Muslims around the world are preparing for Hajj. But for those of us not making the journey this year, this is still our season of reflection, sacrifice, and revival. Over the next few episodes, we'll revisit the life of Ibrahim alayhi salam, not just to admire it, but to ask, how can his legacy come alive in our homes, our hearts, and our masajid? Ibrahim alayhi salam was raised in a society built around idol worship. His own father carved idols with his hands. But Ibrahim didn't just quietly disagree, he stood up against it, even as a young man. One of the most brilliant examples of his clarity comes from the story in Surah Al-An'am. Allah tells us that Ibrahim looked at the stars, then the moon, then the sun, and each time he said, "This is my Lord," only to reject it when it disappeared. But let's be clear, Ibrahim was not confused. He wasn't searching for the truth. He was using strategic rhetoric, a method to expose the foolishness of his people's beliefs. He was saying out loud what they had claimed internally. He was holding up a mirror to their false logic. And then with absolute clarity, he declared, "Indeed, I have turned my face to the one who created the heavens and the earth, inclining to truth, and I am not of those who associate others with him." This wasn't a discovery, it was a declaration, a bold statement that he would worship only one Allah, even if it meant standing completely alone. And in doing so, he stood alone. He was ridiculed, he was disowned by his father, he was thrown into a fire, but the one he turned to made the fire cool. This is the power of Tawheed. It gives clarity, courage, and calm in the face of flames. Today, we might not see physical idols on the street corners, but we're surrounded by modern ones. Status, social media validation, opinions of people, fear of standing out. The pressure to conform is real, especially for our youth. And that's why we must ask, where can today's Ibrahim find light in this darkness? Where can our youth go when they start to question the world around them? They need what he needed, a safe place to grow in faith. And that's exactly what our masajid are meant to be. Not just places of prayer, but beacons of truth, spaces for soul searching, for asking, doubting, learning, and submitting. Ibrahim alayhi salam didn't just make a personal discovery. He started a legacy. He became the father of prophets, the architect of the Kaaba, the reason millions gather for Hajj today. But it all started with a young man asking the right questions and having the space to find the right answers. That's why supporting your local masjid isn't just charity. It's an investment in future legacies. Right now, that confused teen who walks into your masjid could be the next Ibrahim. That child memorizing Quran, the next leader of their generation. That young woman in a halaqah, the mother of the next revival. This Dhul Hijjah, support your masjid with your time, your money, and your dua. Volunteer to mentor a teen. Donate whatever you can, big or small. Help organize a Hajj program, a family night, a youth session. Be like Ibrahim and build something that lasts. Because Tawheed is not just a belief, it's a way of life. And our masjid is where that life takes root. May Allah allow us to carry the courage of Ibrahim, protect our youth from falsehood, and make our masajid the starting point of revival. Jazakumullahu khair. Join me next time for episode number 2, Building the Kaaba, Foundations of Faith.